What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 229, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Emiliano Martinez has been sold, finally. The Argentine goalkeeper has gone to Charlton to play understudy to 88 rated Luke Daniels. That's totally fine with me. He was a player here who was never going to get any game time. He was a waste of wages, and we were just waiting for his contract to run down, basically, but he had a pretty long one. I couldn't sell him, and is it just me, or is it harder to sell unwanted players this year? I don't know why, but there are so many players that I've put on the transfer list since day one, and yet I still struggle to sell them like 2 years, sometimes 3 years down the line. I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be hard to shift on those unwanted players if they're out of form and they're really reluctant to leave the club, but this year it seems a lot harder than last year's FIFA, but even so, he's gone now, and I'm okay with that. We take on Chelsea for the first game of the new Premier League season here as we travel to Stamford Bridge in a London derby. So taking on Mourinho's men, and we got off to the worst possible start. Andre Schürrle gave Chelsea the lead just 19 minutes into the new Premier League season. The German pokes home after Carboni made the initial save, and unfortunately for us, we are already a goal down here at Stamford Bridge. Not a good way to start this game. It was a shame as well because Carboni did make a really good save, but Schürrle got to the rebound ahead of his man and ended up poking the ball into the open goal, and of course Carboni was never going to get up on time to make a double save. So Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0, Schürrle getting the opening goal of the game in the new season in the Premier League. And in the 32nd minute here again, Chelsea come forward here with Diego Costa. His header well saved by Carboni though, as he kicked the ball forward. Niang controls it and plays it along towards Mesut Ozil. Great chance on the break here as Ozil finds Lazzari. Lazzari turns Felipe Luis with a fake shot, and Rodrigo Lazzari with a brilliant finish makes it Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. So the little Italian does equalise for us just 14 minutes after conceding the opening goal of the season. And I've mentioned this guy before, man, like seriously, he had a couple of transfer offers in this summer transfer window, and I'm confident he'll probably get 1 or 2 more before the window ends. Lazzari is just absolutely awesome as a striker. Like, I've had, clinical finishers before, but this guy is certainly up there. I swear, every single time he takes a shot, I expect him to find the back of the net, and he did on that occasion, and made it Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1, and in the 39th minute here, Savanier fake shots round the goal scorer Schürrle, crosses the ball in, picks out the German Mesut Ozil, and Ozil's header finds the back of the net. So Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2. We turn this game on its head. Savanier with the assist, Ozil with the goal, and we are 2-1 up in this game. So as soon as Andre Schürrle scored, I was wondering whether Chelsea were going to start to put the sword to us, really go all guns blazing, look at us defensively and think we're not all that. But to be honest, they just sort of eased off the pressure a little bit. That allowed me to creep up the pitch a little bit more, play a bit more risky with the fullbacks, and basically try and spread the play out wide a little bit more, as we're playing a more central formation this year, the 4-4-2 Diamond Central, and as Savanier crossed the ball in there, found Ozil just could not miss. So Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2, we are in front in this game for the first time. However, in the 41st minute here, Thorgan Hazard drills in a cross and picks out that man again, Andre Schürrle, getting his second goal of the game, and literally minutes, well seconds really, in real time after scoring the goal to put us in front in this game. Chelsea are back on level terms, and of course it will be Schürrle with the goal. He does make it 2-2, getting on the end of that cross, no chance for Carboni, and it's Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2. So really poor from me to just switch off directly after scoring. You just can't do that. So Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2, Chelsea back on level terms. In the 50th minute though, Lazzari comes forward again here through the centre, taking it round Boateng. Lovely dribbling from Lazzari, but the end product was pretty poor. I praised him a minute ago for his fantastic finishing. That certainly wasn't the case. So still Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2. In the 71st minute, a great chance for Chelsea to retake the lead. Andre Schürrle across the wall towards Lucas Piazon, and his header at the far post goes over the bar and harmlessly behind for a goal kick. So still 2-2. A great chance for us to win it later on though, as Vargas turns his man and gets himself inside the area, but the shot is well saved by the goalkeeper and turned behind for a corner. So still 2-2 in this game, but both sides looking to win it late on and not settle in for the draw. So it looked as though one side was going to win it, and unfortunately for us that was going to be the case, because in the stoppage time, Sergio Aguero makes it Chelsea 3, Arsenal 2, and the former Manchester City and Atletico Madrid striker puts the ball past Carboni, and for the first time, for the third time even, our Italian goalkeeper will have to pick the ball out the back of the net, and for the final time as well, because it was how the game would finish. Chelsea 3, Arsenal 2. A real thriller at Stamford Bridge to open the Premier League season off with, but not the right result. We lose the game by 3 goals to 2. and we won the title last year. We were expecting to get off to a really good start this year as well. And to lose on the opening day of your title defense season, that's not very good, is it? So a really frustrating result. There were positives to take out of the game. We looked really threatening every time we came forward, as we rejected our bid from Stoke there for Ryan Sarr. But defensively, we looked really weak. And that's not a real surprise, to be honest, because we changed the formation. That can always be hard to adjust to defensively, knowing that we're not going to have cover on the wings anymore. We're playing more central. So Savanier and Campbell, who both had better defensive work rates compared to their attacking. Savanier is low medium and Campbell is medium high. We haven't got defensive cover on the fullbacks anymore, so that was obviously evident in the second Chelsea goal. So it can be hard to get used to that. Of course, new goalkeeper, new centre back as well. Can be hard to get used to that defensively, but for the most part, it was my fault really. I can't blame the formation change or the personnel change. It was my fault for losing that game. I just didn't do enough. So coming into the second game of the new season and our first home Premier League game this year, we had to get it right, and we took on Hull City for this game, and we got off to the perfect start as well. Just 22 minutes in, and Niang giving us the lead here as he heel-to-heel flicked around the goalkeeper Jakupovic, popped the ball into the open goal, and made it Arsenal 1, Hull City 0. So Niang gets his first goal in the Premier League this season. Of course, he won the Golden Boot last year, won Player of the Year as well, mainly due to the goals he scored, obviously, and he gets his tally up and underway in the second game. So Arsenal 1, Hull City 0. And in the 26th minute here, and Niang goes for goal from this free kick. As you can see, it's a bit of a tight angle, but as you guys know, free kicks this year are really overpowered, and I've scored quite a few tight angle free kicks already. So Niang goes for goal, trying to catch the goalkeeper Jakupovic out. It does take a deflection off the wall, but the goalkeeper does make the save, and it's eventually turned behind for a corner. So still Arsenal 1, Hull City 0, and again we get a goal decision system. I don't know why, but I've been noticing them. They've been a lot more regular of late. I don't know why, and we don't need a goal decision system for that. I mean, it's a cool new feature and everything, don't get me wrong, but we don't really need it for that, But directly after that replay was shown, it was in the 35th minute, we had a corner, we crossed the ball in, and we also got a goal from it as well. So I guess it kind of linked up nicely to the footage you were going to see afterwards. But even so, Ryan Sarr does make it Arsenal 2, Hull City 0. We rejected a bid from Stoke City for him just, well, literally the day before this game was being played, I think it was. And that's why Ryan Sarr's a really solid defender. He's still so young. He's got, he's got the potential to be special. He keeps on growing, and he's only 6 foot. He's not the tallest. He doesn't win too many headers, especially at the offensive end, but he does win that one and makes it Arsenal 2, Hull City 0. So 2 goals up in this game. Sarr and Niang with the goals, both former West Bromwich Albion players. And in the 39th minute again, and Niang comes forward here. He well, I messed up with the rainbow flick there, but eventually it came to Lazari, who turned down Mohammadi, went through the centre here, took it round his man, and ended up smashing the ball past Jakupovic in at the near post to make it Arsenal 3, Hull City 0. So, a disappointing game against Chelsea to lose it, but as I said, there were positives in that game, and that was that every time we came forward, we looked like scoring, and in this game, it was proving to be the case, because we were 3-0 up 5 minutes before the half-time break, and literally every single time we went close to the Hull City penalty area, I felt as though we were probably going to get a goal, or at least test Jakupovic. So, Arsenal 3, Hull City 0, and in the 45th minute here on the stroke of half-time, again, we go on the counter, as Lazari finds Mesut Ozil. The German carries the ball over the halfway line, plays it backwards towards not backwards, back to the Italian, and the little Italian ball rolls around his man, drills it into the bottom corner, and makes it Arsenal 4, Hull City 0. So 3 goals in 2 games already for the little Italian. I said a minute ago, we had a couple of transfer bids for him in this summer transfer window. We'll probably get a couple more as well, but he's going nowhere. He's 85 overall, 22 years old, I think he is right now. He's just an awesome striker. So Arsenal 4, Hull City 0, and in the 62nd minute, Hull City give the ball away. Ozil intercepts, rolls it through towards them by Niang, and Niang makes it Arsenal 5, Hull City 0. So, defensively, yes, it might take us a while to get set with this team. Last year, we were really strong defensively, and this year it might take us a little bit of time to get used to the formation change, not having cover with no wingers anymore, and just fullbacks being a little bit isolated out wide. Maybe it will take us time a little bit to get used to this formation, and of course having De Vito at centre-back as well, and now a new centre-back for us, and a new goalkeeper as well. But offensively, I'm pretty sure we'll score loads and loads of goals, just like last season, because we are just full of attacking quality throughout the team. Hull City did go close there, and in the 76th minute out, they had another great chance to grab themselves a consolation goal here, as they crossed the ball to the far post, and Jake Livermore's header is well saved by Carboni and turned behind for a corner. And it was how the game would finish as well. Arsenal 5, Hull City 0, and we put the disappointment of losing to Chelsea on the opening day of the Premier League behind us, literally the game after, and that's exactly what we need to do if we do want to defend the Premier League title this year. But that is going to end the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, and I will see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.